Hello everyone, I just wanted to go a bit more in depth over my beliefs, I guess. So the biggest reason why I want to do this is because I think it's necessary, for one, and two, I want you guys to know that this is not a delusion, this is actually my belief. I have learned a little bit more about how to tell the difference between a delusion and what's real. There are some days where I lose sight of that, yes, but not always. Usually, so I've been off my medicines and back on them and stuff, and when I was off my medicines, that's when I became really delusional. And when I got put on medications, and even more medications after that, I learned what my real delusions were for the most part and which ones weren't delusions. So I just want to kind of clear that out there a little bit. Anyways, my belief is that I don't really know how, I believe in spiritual stuff a lot. Like maybe more than I should. I believe there's a third eye, and that mine has been opened, so I've been awakened. And that's what I'm trying to do with this channel, is I want to share what I see. I don't believe schizoaffective schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia, or really any mental illness is a true mental illness. I don't believe that. And the reason why is because I've had so many experiences that should not have actually happened, and that have happened. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but if you have some kind of mental illness, just know I think that is God's way of saying, I want you. I choose you to help, I guess, spread the word. I'm not a Christian either. I'm agnostic. But what I do know from what I've experienced is all religions have some kind of truth to them. I won't say that they're all completely truthful, because us humans are the ones who wrote the Bibles. So there's not complete truth to them. Not anymore anyways. But outside of that, I, to heart, believe that anybody with a mental illness has been chosen by God to help spread the word and to help awaken people. Like, I've met people who aren't schizophrenic who believe in this stuff. So if there's already people out there that believe in this stuff, then our jobs shouldn't be as hard, right? That's not necessarily the case, though, unfortunately. There's going to be struggles at some point and all of that, but my main goal is to preach what I know, what I've seen, what I hear, what I see now, what I can foresee, and all of that. I'm not going to go over all of that in this one video. However, I forget what I was going to go back to and explain a little bit of. Sorry guys, that's part of me being schizoaffective. I do forget a lot. Let me think. Well guys, I'm sorry we might not get into what I was going to go over a little bit more of. But either my past experiences, I think that's what it was. So I should actually be dead, and I will be making a separate video for this, but I should actually be dead. Like, no joke. These are not delusions. My family was there for most of them. Actually, for all of them. And they'll tell you the same exact thing I'm about ready to tell you now. I am really lucky. I have a purpose. And I believe that purpose is to help awaken people. You know, I feel it. You know, it's like a calling. You know, it's like that nagging feeling that you get when you're supposed to, or when you feel like you're supposed to do something and then you do it, and then it turns out you're supposed to do it. You know, kind of thing. Anyways, let me see if I can remember this. I wrote a poem. It went something like, when I was younger, I was flying a kite, and that kite went over the power lines. I should be dead. When I was 21, I was given medications that I told the doctors I was allergic to, and I had a bad reaction to it. I should be dead. Well, actually, my pulse was in the 30s. Like, no joke. I was awake for the whole thing and all of that. But I should be dead. When I was 22, I was in a really bad car wreck. Rolled the car a couple of times. Was going 60 miles an hour, hit black ice. And I came out with a bump on my head. I should be dead. And then when I was 23, I overdosed. And I, on purpose, you know, I purposely overdosed. And I'm still here, you know. I should be dead. So those are the experiences I've gone through that lead me to believe in the spiritual stuff now, and believe that all religion has some kind of truth to them. And, you know, just, I've been awakened. You know, it took a couple of things to go through before I become awakened, but that's true. Like, Windigos, they are a real thing. I have seen them. I saw one standing right outside my window once. You guys might think I'm crazy about that, but I am no joke. I've also seen deer not deer, and that's about the extent of what I've seen personally. To describe the Windigo, and I didn't even know what a Windigo was when I saw this. All I know is I saw a figure. It's kind of pinkish, really tall. You know, it was standing right outside my window, and it was almost to the top of my window. You know, really, really tall, slim arms, slim legs. You know, it's just really slim. And I wasn't really scared at first until a couple weeks after I had seen it. Actually probably a couple months after I had learned what it really was. You know, and I don't understand why it was outside my window, because they're a forest creature. from my understanding. So what was it doing outside my window where there's no forest really around my house? I mean, we got a forest maybe a good mile away, but no forest that's really up close to my house. And I saw a Windigo. Not to mention, Windigos aren't even from around this area. They're more, if I remember right, they're more of an eastern thing. Could be wrong on that, but they're not from around this area. And I saw it, so I was really confused about that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this video up. I gotta go to town. I live about 15 minutes away, so we gotta get going. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you enjoy the rest of your day.